What's your favorite songs that you enjoy in performing?
Shoot, I have a lot of favorite ones. Toxic, Move On Cloud 9, Ride or Fly, Perfect Imperfections. Pretty much, I'll say the songs where I'm talking shit or love songs. That's my favorite ones to perform.
Fellas want everything to be easy now. No to sneaky links. It's a no to sneaky links. That's a no to sneaky links. It's a no to sneaky links. That's a no to sneaky links. It's a no to sneaky links. I said no to sneaky links. It's a no to sneaky links. No to sneaky links.
Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Chantelli Lace. So, this show is a podcast for any artist that would like to promote themselves. It could be local artists, regional artists, national, jazz. If you would like to be interviewed by me, send me an email at chantel26@gmail.com and then you can come on the show and I'll interview you for free. So to kick it off, I want you guys to learn a little bit about me. So you're going to interview me.
So how did you get started?
How did I get started with music? I was a teacher and I started teaching students audio lessons and video lessons, and I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to teach it, I need to have some things to show. So I just started songwriting. And I, like a little bit, had always written songs ever since I was a little kid, but just never took it seriously. And then when I started writing for a class and playing with beats a little bit and harmonies, I realized, ooh, I really like this.
So how does your process work? Do you shop around like beats or do you have a personal engineer?
My process, I shop around for beats. I do have a personal engineer that I've used in the past, but now I'm my own engineer. So basically I'll listen to a few different beats that I like. I'll have a notebook that I just journal in like all year long, and just anytime something comes across my mind, whether it's like a topic or a theme, a mood I'm going through, I just scribble a few notes. So then when it's that time of year to start working on a new album, I'll go look at beats and I'll make a list. I won't buy them all like that day. I'll wait, think of it a little bit in my head, and then before purchasing, I'll pull my notebook out and I'll look at the topics, the beat, listen to it a little bit, and see if I can think of a chorus that kind of fits that mood. And then from there, that's how I end up buying the beat. And then I'll record the chorus, and then next start writing my verses. And always, like, I have a formula for, based on however many songs I'm doing on the upcoming album, like if it's 15 or 10, that's going to determine how many features I want. So if I'm only doing 10 songs, I don't need any more than 3 features. If I'm doing 15, okay, we can do a little bit more. Because there's always other artists too that want to network with you and be featured on your songs, and you got to limit it a little bit. So this helps me where when I get asked, to be on a feature, I have in my mind already songs that are my top favorites that I want to do solo, but then I'll have a few sometimes and I'm like, this might be a good one for a feature. So once I choose the artist that's going to be in the feature, I'll send them a snippet of the beat and tell them what the topic is. And so already at that point, I usually don't have more than one verse written, because if they end up choosing that song, the next verse is going to be for that artist.
Who's an artist that you listen to, relate to, male or female?
An artist that I listen to and relate to. I have a lot that I listen to. I feel like I can relate to Summer Walker. I listen to Jack Harlow, Chris Brown, Jacquees, Cardi, Nicki, Megan, Lil Baby, SZA, Doja Cat, a lot of artists.
What is your recording session like?
So, for me, like I was telling you, I'll write the chorus, and then usually I'll go into the studio and record the chorus, sometimes before I even do the verse. And I actually have my own studio at my house, and I won't tell you what room in the house it is yet, keeping that a secret for now. But I'll record the chorus and then eventually go back and record the verse. And sometimes I've did like 3 or 4 other songs, those choruses, before I go back and do the verse for that particular song. Anyway, so after I have it all laid out, then I'll actually go to another studio, like a professional studio, and get it mixed and mastered. And especially like if I'm doing a feature with another artist, I usually record them at a professional studio, and I'll pay for that session for them if they're featured in my song, because usually I don't want like a lot of strangers coming to my house. I'm pretty private about that right now.
Where do you record at?
So yeah, like I was saying, part 1 I record at my house, and then part 2, especially if it's a feature, I'll usually go to a professional studio, and I have 2 that are my favorites in the Lexington area that I'll record at. But my last album, Lacy Baby Volume 2, I recorded the whole album at my house and in my mix and mastering. So and it's my favorite. It's my favorite album. So I feel like each album I keep getting better and better. So eventually I think I'm going to have my own professional studio.
Do you ever think of revamping past music?
I've been asked that before, because the second song I ever wrote was Worth It. And still to this day, it's like out of 50 songs that I have, it's probably like my number 1 or number 2 song still to this day, and it was the second song I had ever written. So sometimes people ask me like, would you want to revamp it? I think it's good just like it is. Some of the earlier ones, you can definitely tell I needed to work on my flow a little bit, but it's still, I like it. I like, if you're a true fan, you can go back and you can listen to those and just see my growth. So no, I don't want to revamp any. I just want to keep going from here.
Who influences you in the rap game now, and why?
Who influences me in the rap game? Probably, I would say, like as far as versatility, Nicki. I like her versatility. This isn't rap, but it's still, you know, R&B. Summer, just the way she can go through like heartbreak or whatever, and just I love her spin on things. I feel like I can relate to her music. As far as like moguls, I like Dre or Ray J. I just love how, yeah, they're into music, but then they took it to another level and became entrepreneurs as well. So even if they never do another song, they have wealth, you know, that can go for their generations. And then this one, now this is a sad one, rest in peace, Takeoff. I just love his flow. And I know like some people before his death that didn't appreciate him, they would call it mumble rap. No, it's not mumble rap at all. He changed the game. Honestly, if you listen to it, it's just like, I love just the way he could harmonize on a beat or like even play with words. I love it. So I like watching any kind of snippets of Takeoff, especially freestyles. And then how he got his name, Takeoff. Literally, this part is similar to me. A lot of times I can do a whole verse in one take, because I know a lot of people like to do punch-ins where you do like four lines, pause it, let's do the next 4. No, I like to do it in one take. I feel like your voice, that empathy and the things that need to come through best when you do it in one take. So I like how Takeoff always did that.
Do you have any artist beef reviews or like versus battle reviews?
Still to this day, let me see. Mario and Omarion, of course. That was, to me, I know some people was like, it was a bad day for R&B. That one to me, like just the whole thing, the pre-show with Ray J and Sammy and everybody, that to this day is still my favorite verses. I don't know, I was having a blast. It premiered like 2 days before my birthday, and I was just watching it on my TV. And I loved it. I just thought it was great because, you know, Mario's been my favorite singer since day one. So I just thought he really showed his talent. The SWV and Escape versus was great. I still like the Keisha and Ashanti one. I think they should redo theirs, honestly. Because, you know, it was still one of the, like, medium to early verses where they were, like, playing the music and you don't really stand up and sing. I think they need to redo for real.
Do you have any new music coming up or EPs?
Actually, I do. I have my new EP releasing February 3rd, 2023. And if you look at that, 2/3/23, I like to play with numbers. So I'm always, when I'm picking dates, cautious of what those dates are. But it's a Something Real EP, so stay tuned.
Who are some local artists that you think are talented in Lexington or Louisville or Kentucky area?
Kentucky has lots of talent. from Louisville, Lexington, all over. But some of my favorites would be Country Boy. He's in the central Kentucky area. Lex 859. He's in Lexington. 187KY. He's in Lexington. And my all-time favorite, this is like really sad, she just died last week, Riri Gold. That's my favorite singer. So rest in peace, Riri, but so talented.
Do you have any favorite venues to perform at, or any new artists that you enjoy?
So, favorite venue? Right now, I'm on the list to perform. Well, I'll find out in December if I get chosen or not. But I'm up to perform at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. So if I get that, that's going to be my favorite venue. And then as far as favorite new artists, Glorilla. I love her. Some people, try to make fun of her voice. I love her. I just love how she keeps it real. She don't have anybody body shaming her, anything. And I think she's beautiful.
How do your friends support your music?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Friends, I can say like the early friends, the ones that have known me the longest, they were the biggest critics, to be honest. There's really been a handful that support. It's getting better. The more and more I'm getting better, the more and more strangers are starting to know me and like me. And then it seems like the friends and the family are like, oh yeah, we like her, we support her. But early on, I mean, gosh, it was like pulling teeth for them to stream the music. I mean, that's all I can really say about it right now. It's getting better, but definitely hard as far as people that know you supporting you. It's been easier getting strangers.
How do you feel about the support you've been given in the R&B and rap scene?
Lexington's been pretty good. I would say probably the biggest support is the people I've done features with. That really helped just to... It's kind of like a click if you think about it. So when you do a feature with someone, it's either one or two things. Either they believe in you and they're proud of you, or it's a money grab and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this song, but I'm not really going to be part of the video. So you just got to find that mix. It's all about just filling out and seeing who's real or not. So I'm most known in the Lexington area, but like I'll look at Apple Music and Spotify, even YouTube, and see my stats. I'm really picking up in Louisville, Detroit, Atlanta, New York. I mean, that really surprised me. So some of the bigger cities like actually know me and everything. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Has COVID affected you as an artist?
So COVID has actually affected me in a positive way. I know like when you listen to other people, they might say COVID caused them to shut down, they didn't get to perform, or they didn't get to do this or didn't get to do that. Before COVID, I had 6 songs. I think I was on my 7th right when it hit. Now, like I told you, I'm going into 50 songs. So in the past 2 years, I've written, recorded, and performed 43 new songs. So COVID's been great for me. It really helped me to come out of my shell, and things that maybe I had put off before and never did, I went for it. So COVID's been great for me. I don't like COVID, but it helped me for my creative side.
What's your favorite songs that you enjoy in performing?
Shoot, I have a lot of favorite ones. Let me see. Favorite ones to perform: Toxic, Move On Cloud 9, Ride or Fly, Perfect Imperfections. Pretty much, I'll say the songs where I'm talking shit or love songs. That's my favorite ones to perform.
What's your favorite music videos that you filmed?
Right now, my favorite one that I filmed is No to Sneaky Links. I love that one. That was just a fun day. And if you check out my YouTube channel, go to the behind the scenes. You can just see how we are. I mean, literally, you'll see, like, just hit record and we go for it. Just a fun day. Yeah, it's a vibe.
Do you have any goals for the beginning of the year?
Yes, I do. So my goals for beginning of the year: the release of Something Real February 3rd, 2023, March, South by Southwest Festival. I'll be at that conference and hopefully performing. And then just the whole rest of the year, I just want to perform, go to other podcasts, really get my name known. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to the show. I'm your host, Chantelli Lace, and before we close out, I want to tell you where you can find me. And so on Instagram, that's Chantelli _Lace, SHANTELLY _LACE. YouTube, Chantelli Lace. SoundCloud, Chantelli Lace. Facebook is Chantelli Lace, and that last E is a 3. And then if you want to email me for booking, for performances, or if you'd like to be on this podcast, my email is chantel26@gmail.com. So that's SHANTEL26@gmail.com. And that's where you can find my music as well on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, all those. Chantelli Lace. SHANTELLY Lace, LACE. And so anyway, that's where you can find me. But I want to thank you for tuning in. Be sure to click like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and just share. I love you.
No, sneaky links. It's a no to freaky links. That's a no to freaky links. It's a no to kinky links. That's a no to kinky links. It's a no to creepy winks. I said no to sneaky links. Ain't no hanging out late.